Changing gears completely, I'm pleased to welcome Kamal Maheshwari, President, Business Development and Strategy at SL Infra and Utilities. Over the last couple of months, SL Infra has really been ramping up its presence in the renewable energy space. The more visible and larger projects are in the solar space, so we're going to talk about that first. Mr. Maheshwari, good to have you on NDTV Profit. First off, I wanted to ask you on the progress as far as that joint venture to develop solar parks in Rajasthan is concerned. You've formed a joint venture with the Rajasthan government for it. Just bring us up to speed with the progress.
Yeah, okay. So that project is in good progress now. Okay, we have already identified the land allocation process is going on, and we have already drawn up the plan for the creation of infrastructure around it. As you can see, a lot of interest in solar is there, and so we are getting a lot of inquiries who wish to come and put up their plant into this solar park. So overall, this is in a great shape now.
Okay, can you just, I said that it's a joint venture with the Rajasthan government, just confirm that. Can you just share with us how the business is structured?
Yeah, it is a joint venture, as you know, with Rajasthan government, and this is for 5,000 megawatt capacity. Okay, and such large projects, as you know, are very rare in India so far. The largest which we have heard about is 500 megawatts. So this is going to be the one of the largest in the India. And what we can talk about it is that, the way we are building it is going to be world-class infrastructure facility for such solar park in India. Okay, so the current plan is to commission the first 1,000 megawatt, and then we will move on to commission another 2,000 megawatt. So those the first 1,000 megawatt we are expecting to commission by June next year. So that's the plan as of now.
So it's a 5,000 megawatt project, of which 1,000 megawatts should be commissioned by June next year. That's the Rajasthan government JV that you've got going. But beyond Rajasthan, are you in talks with any other state governments?
Other state government, the discussions are on, but the policy framework which is currently there, that seems to be an handicap. So it's still in a discussion phase. We are expecting at least 2 more solar parks to come up, though we are not able to disclose the name of the state as of now, but that's what the plans are at this moment as per the discussion.
So 2 more solar parks in 2 different states, but you can't disclose the details. Can you at least tell me if they're on the same scale and size as the Rajasthan one, which is, 5,000 megawatts?
Rajasthan initiative has come up as a fast forward initiative, So that way Rajasthan has scored over others. I don't see such type of speed in other states as of now, but we are expecting that people will also catch up.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to get a sense from you on what kind of model you're going to be sort of using as you go forward in developing solar parks. In Rajasthan, it's the JV model. Is that the same model in other states as well that you're planning?
See, there are 2 models. One is in a JV where state government can contribute the land and we can put up the rest of the plant and market it and operate it. Second model is where we can find our own land. But as you know, the finding land banks are difficult these days. Though we do have around 25,000 acres, in different places. So both the options are open at this moment. We'll prefer option number 1 because that gives a lot more commitment and support from the government and also makes it more marketable.
And it's also a capital light approach for you because, the state governments provide the land, right?
Okay, let me give a perspective here. It is not a capital light model because land cost in a solar park development is really not a big component. It's more about the infrastructure. You can call it the core infrastructure for the solar industry. And it's a very, very capital intensive. The only good thing about it is that once the solar park has been created, you get everything ready. So all the developer would like to come and put in, they will find it much more easier and they don't have to go through the hassle of, putting up all the infrastructure component and have the repetition of all this activity. So that way it will smoothen the development process of solar. Second is, we are also developer ourselves. So what we have thought of is that 50% of the solar park capacity we would be able to consume ourselves, and remaining 50% will be available for the other developers to come in.
Okay, what are the plans in the solar sector going beyond solar parks? Can you just, explain if there are any solar projects already operational beyond solar parks?
See, our overall plan is to have 12,000 megawatt of renewable capacities, out of which 8,000 megawatt we are putting up in solar space. We already have around 800 megawatt. 130 megawatt has been commissioned. Remaining is work in progress right now. We are expecting sometime next year it should get commissioned. Now for rest of it, we are going through the competitive bidding process. Now as you can see, the competitive bidding process is taking its own time. We are one of the participants into it. So it all depends on the bidding process and the speed of it. What we can always say that if government can expedite this bidding, it will definitely help in commissioning the plants faster. These are our plans currently. Other than this, we have also drawn up a plan to venture into wind energy, and we are looking for around 800 megawatt of wind power in next 1.5 years. Yeah.
And what are you going to pursue as far as wind energy is concerned, the offshore or the onshore? Because there's a new policy on offshore now.
I think offshore will still take some time. At this moment, the plans are for onshore only.
Okay, so you're sticking with onshore right now, but have you done any preliminary work, any scouting around, any feasibility studies for wind energy?
Yes, a lot of work has been done already. I think we are very close to signing a couple of contracts. And then, as you can see, this industry also needs a lot of structural approach, you know. So what we have also thought of is to have the integrated approach here. So a backward integration plan is already in place. We are scouting for technologies. Once that happens, we will be able to manufacture as well as put up the wind farms.
I'm coming back to solar, sir, because I forgot to ask you what the progress is on the solar cell factory in Andhra Pradesh. How is that placed? How is that project coming along?
Yeah, that project is also progressing now. The first phase is, going on right now. We have identified the location. Most of the preliminary work has happened. We are expecting the second phase, that is the construction of the factory. That part will begin sometime next month. So that's the current status.
So a lot of projects sort of moving forward at the same time. All the best, and thank you very much for joining us on NDTV Profit. We look forward to touching base with you soon again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to stick with the solar sector, the renewable energy space, because investor interest in it is certainly brewing. We're going to be talking to Abraj Group, the most recent entrant